my glasses on, can't flipping see properly nowadays, now I'm old. We're at the nurseries. Come to see our friends Dan and Maz and Neil and Mark, who work here. And also I'm going to go for a little walk now and talk about my favourite subject, me. And tell you a little bit about myself. A few people have said, what's your sort of story, and trying to work your background out. I'm going to tell you. What's written on that? Bore you to death. So I've been out this morning with Dan. We're doing some wildlife stuff. So we put a hide up. Dan's been teaching me all about wildlife. You'll see the video, I'll link it below in the description. Apparently I said information below, and it's not, it's description. It's description, okay? So in the description below I will add the links to the videos that Dan's done with me in it. Well, the video today. And we're going to go for a little walk now. I'm going to take the camera out, I'll take you along with me. We'll go and see what we can see. I see a flipping barn owl last night, 9 o'clock. Barn owl flying across, didn't have my camera, I thought I'd take Raven out for a quick wee. Took him round the corner, see 2 seagulls, and I thought, I see a white flash, and I thought, barn owl, looked, seagull. I was like, flipping hell, it's a gull. Turned round, barn owl flying across the field. So I'm off over there tonight with my big lens. Hopefully I'll get some good shots of that. But anyway, let's take you for a walk. Oh, and another thing, guess what I've got? I'm going to flip you around for this one so I can show you. Look at that! I've got stickers! How cool is that? Bloody brilliant, isn't it? Stick 'em up graphics, or stick 'em up stickers. I'll leave the link in the information below if you want some stickers. But look at that! It's even got Gladys on a number plate. This is my logo that chap made me off a £5. It's got at JP Lamoureux's Travels at the bottom now, so if you want to find me on YouTube, there we go. And that's my channel name at the moment, JP Lamoureux, L-A-M for mother, O-U-R-E-U-X. I weren't going to get stickers made, then someone the other day I was watching a YouTube video, might have been Dan and Maz actually, and they was like, oh, we've been sent a sticker by this couple, and they've not got a YouTube channel yet, but they've got these stickers made up, let's send us some stickers. And I'm like, they've not got a YouTube channel and they've got stickers, right, that's it, straight on the internet, bosh, bought myself some stickers. So there you go. Right, on the site, fully serviced pitch, hard standing, and it's blooming lovely. It's a bit cloudy and overcast though, but it's a nice temperature, really nice temperature. So I'm going to go out through that gate there and take you for a little walk and have a little chat with you. See you on the other side. Hello, my name's John Paul. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe, like the videos, and see what I get up to. The channel's all about wildlife and motorhoming, tips and tricks, and just the capers I get up to when I'm about doing what I do. Right, here we are out. We're on the fens, surrounded by ditches and farmers' fields. Campsite's just over my back now, we're just going for a walk up here. So I thought I'd have a chat with you. Take the camera out. Come on, Raven. Take Raven for a walk. I did a video on myself when I first started, just as a bit of a tester. And had to talk about what I was doing while I was doing the videos and that. It's one of my very first videos, if not my first video. But I thought I'd have another one. What's going on with me and what I'm all about. So, went to school, as we all did, flipping hated it. Didn't do too bad though. Left there, and I had interviews. I had one with London Zoo as a zookeeper. Come here, Raven, what are you doing? One with London Zoo as a zookeeper, and one at Ford's in Dagenham to go on a YTS. Remember that? YTS, old Maggie's idea. Maggie Thatcher. Come on, boy. So, My dad worked for Fords for 37 years on traffic. He was on the locos in the rail, and then went up on the tops and was a lorry driver for there in out until he went on the vans internally, driving around doing our post vans, because used to be a big place Ford, so we had our own internal post system. And it just happens that he helped me get into the YTS scheme in Fords in Dagenham, and it ended up me being his foreman. How things change. So yeah, I got this job on the YTS, and that was doing all sorts of stuff: welding, bricklaying, car mechanics, carpentry. I loved it. Brilliant. Just what I wanted to do. Didn't like school. I wasn't really interested in any of the subjects apart from biology. Got an AO level in that. Didn't like anything else. I didn't do too well. Anyway, while I was on the YTS, the lady who ran it said, "What are you doing here? You're getting distinctions and everything. Why are you doing an apprenticeship?" I said, "Well, I don't give it much thought." She went, "Come with me." So when I'd done an apprenticeship, I went for an interview, and you right, boy? Went for an interview. Bloke said, "Go in there, do a maths test." Now I'm absolutely crap at maths, really bad. He said, "Go and do a maths test and an English test." Wee, sorry about that. Dogs just spun me round. And when I'd done it, blitzed it. It was all applied mathematics. When I apply myself and I know that there's a reason for doing such things, I'm good at it. So anyway, blitzed that. 1987, I'm an apprentice at Ford Motor Company doing mechanical engineering. Went through that. Then they brought mechalecs in, which are mechanical electrical engineers. So I thought, sod it, I'm doing that as well. So I did an electrical engineering part and become a mechanical electrical engineer, which I did for quite some time. I was on the construction crew. That's another bit of a story. When we first started in Fords, all us apprentices all had to go round different departments and get a good knowledge base. Anyway, I went into the blacksmith shop, and there was an old boy there, or two old boys. One called Ronnie Wolf, who was the blacksmith, and one called John Biggs. I still know his son. Sadly, probably both passed away now, because they were both old boys. I know John's passed away. And I loved it. Blacksmith, doing all sorts of stuff, all sorts of heavy metal work and metal engineering. So I really enjoyed it. So I said to the foreman, "I really like it here. Ron's leaving, the old blacksmith. Can I train up with him and become the blacksmith?" So that's what I did. Trained up for quite a few years, 4 years, 5 years, and took this job. Now I was the last fully trained blacksmith on the Ford estate in Dagenham. Anyway, from there I was on the construction crew then. Great times. What a bunch of rogues we were. The scrapes we got up to, I could write made in Dagenham too, really. We got up to all sorts, which I won't go into. That was the time that we was getting a lot of robots on the lines and stuff like that. We was automating the lines in Fords, and they tried to split us all up. Anyway, they dragged me out because I was last in. Last in, first out. That's the Ford way. So I got dragged out onto the line, and I went on to build the Fiesta vans, the little Fiesta vans. I ain't made them for years. So that was my little spot. I was a mechanical maintenance engineer on that line. And a group leader's job come up. I went for the group leader's job, got that. After that, a foreman's job come up in a PTA. Paint, trim and assembly plant, where we used to build the Fiestas in Dagenham. Went for that, got that. become a production supervisor in the PTA, which was like, if you like, joining the SAS. Christ, that was hard. That was one of the most stressful, if not the most stressful job in the UK at the time, according to some poll. That was absolutely hideous. But I loved it. Thrived on stress. Come out there on my knees sometimes. We had some tough times. So, and then a maintenance foreman's job come up for the PTA. So I went for that. Got that. Oh, while I was on the production, I'd got taken off because I was a robot specialist. I used to fix and move and program robots. And there was a robot line going on to line 5, multi-million pound robot line, that would pick a specific glass up, windscreen, and place that windscreen in a moving vehicle. It's the first time it was ever done in the world. And I was in charge of it to get this up and running. So I begged, borrowed and stole from all my old engineering friends, raised all the funds out of different pots, engineering pots, got all the stuff done, got that working. That was a success. Supervisor's job come up on maintenance, I got that. Funnily enough. Anyway, my sad claim to fame is that the last Fiesta to come out of the plant in Dagenham, which is the last Ford vehicle ever made in the UK, I was standing next to it when it came off the end of the line. Everyone shook hands and said thanks for the last 100 years of building vehicles in Ford Motor Company. And they all walked off home, there was tears shed. And I had the sad task of switching all the lights off in the car plant. Worst thing I've ever done. It's like watching a giant animal die. So much life and energy had gone into that for 100 years. Gone. Switched it off. So I had to apply for other jobs. Got a little list, where do you want to go? I put transport to go up with my mum, with my daddies. I got the flipping press shop and body plant where I come from. So I had to go back into the old place I used to work and become all my old muckers foreman. How's that going to go down? Went down all right, actually. One thing with me, I'm consistent. I don't change. With me, I am what I am, and you get exactly that. Nothing else. So I went back there, ended up in the press shop. Fantastic. While I was there, one of the managers took a dislike to me because I was so popular with all the guys, and I was bullied by a manager. Now I don't take the bullies very well. That's my worst kind of person. Anyway, I screwed that toe rag and ended up out of there, up onto Tops, where my dad worked, and that was what I wanted to do, go and work with my dad before he retired. So went up onto Tops, transport operations, and I worked there for 14 years, 15 years, and went up to senior supervisor, which is basically a manager, and that's when my career at Ford's ended, for one reason or another, so I won't go into now. Raven, stop pulling me about, mate. That's for another vlog. So basically, I come from an engineering background. Now during this time, I was also on a committee of the Essex Ferret Welfare Society, because I love ferrets. I'd had ferrets since I was 13. I'm a lifelong studier of nature. Basically, I was born with a wildlife book in my hand and a pair of binoculars and a magnifying glass. Go back and look at all my old photographs as when I was a little toddler and a little kid. That's what I did. I was in the Army Cadets for about 6 years. I was on the British Tarantula Society committee for about, I don't know, 5 or 6 years. And I've been all around the world travelling and making documentaries for tarantulas, which was very interesting, with my dear old mate Andrew Smith, who is an absolute legend. Anyone that knows Andrew Smith in the world of the tarantulas, he's a flipping legend. Lovely bloke. Him and his wife Lizzie are like my godparents. Love them to bits. So all that happened, and I retired. Now I travel around in my motorhome, doing what Cockneys do best. Nothing. Walking about, as Mickey Flanagan says. We're great at it. Go and have a walk about. Try to do as little as possible. No, I do a lot. I like helping people. During that time, I taught bushcraft and survival, like the Ray Mears and Bear Grylls stuff, for probably 25 years, over two decades, all around the world. Finland, Sweden, did a bit in Australia, Poland, UK, cold weather, hot weather, all sorts. So, and that incorporated tracking, wildlife tracking, which I basically did anyway because I'm a wildlife nerd. And that was that. I had a couple of businesses. Thought, you know what, every time I go to the woods I'm teaching someone else and doing something for someone else. And sometimes in your life you've got to be a little bit selfish. It's not a bad thing. You've got to do something for you, okay? It's good for your mental health. And you know I suffer from that, poor mental health. So, I jacked that in and started my little YouTube channel up. It's something to do. I love it. Met some fantastic people, been to some fantastic places in our van, or two vans now. And I'm here this weekend at the nurseries to meet Neil, the campsite warden, Mark, the other campsite warden, and Dan and Mazzy from the Travel Trolls. All top people, lovely people, very, very nice, caring people. Really nice. You need to go, I'll leave the links to their channels in the description below. So that's where we are. I don't know if you can hear that. There's a skylark singing overhead. It's flipping stunning here. Really nice. I've been out with Dan this morning doing some filming for his channels, the Travel Trail, and also Trail Cam Dan. Wow. Listen, Dan is a YouTube legend. He used to have a channel called Deep Digger Dan, which was about metal detecting. If you go and find that, 200,000 followers, subscribers on that, thousands of videos. Started the Travel Trolls, which is him and his partner Mazzy, his fiancée, who is a darling, and they're doing really well on that. And he likes nature and getting out of his trail cams, taking pictures and film work with his trail cam, so he started a channel up on that. Within a week he blew me out of the water, and now he's monetarised in about 2 weeks. Flipping hell, storming. He's having free stuff sent to him to review. What a flipping legend, top man. I love people when they can do stuff like that. Self-made people. They've not been given anything. They work flipping hard for it all their lives, and they become good at it, and they've got this niche and they can crack it. Like, a bit like myself really. I've had to work hard for everything I've got. No one's ever given me anything, and I've had to work hard for everything. 34 years I think all in all I did at Full Motor Company. I'm 53 this year, and yeah, top people. So it's just nice, yeah, having a walk around. Anyway, I've been blurbing on. I hope you don't mind. I thought I'd just flipping tell you about myself. Why not? Got nothing to hide. But I love people. I'm an social, antisocial, if that makes sense. I like people, I like characters, I don't like crowds, don't like a lot of people around me, hate it. Don't like parties and that now. And if there's a situation where it's going to get me, I don't do cities, don't like it. So now, if I don't like something, or I think it's going to stress me out, I don't do it. Big boy, I could do big boys things. Only one person in this world can make you happy, and that's you. So why don't you do what you want to do? Also, we're not going on about this, if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel up or watching me, flipping do it. Get yourself your phone. Record some stuff on your phone, don't matter what it is. Hello, I'm Bert and I've done this and I'm just going for a walk today. You haven't got to put it up as a public video. You can put it in as a private video and send a link to your family so they can see what you're up to. Alright? And if you're a youngster, younger than me anyway, which is not hard, do it. Start recording now. Put them all up as private. Just little stupid things that you do. You don't have to put it up online so people can look at it. And then, I was talking to my kids the other day about this. I said, this is one of the reasons I did it. My son's 30, my daughter's 28. I'm not granddad yet. Sammy's a nan. I go out of a granny. She's lovely. But, do it. You don't need all fancy kit. Flipping Osmo Pocket 2s and all this sort of stuff. Get your phone, do some videos, upload them, get a Gmail account, get signed into YouTube, start uploading the videos and make a story of your life. So one day, when you're old and grey and knackered like me, and your grandkids are sitting there, or when you're gone, and your great-grandkids and their grandkids go on and on and on. When it's on the internet, it's always there. So in years to come, this couldn't happen any other time. This has never been able to happen before. You can now go, or your ancestors now go, let's go and watch great-great-uncle flipping Bulgaria, see what he got up to this week. And they can go onto your YouTube channel, which you can pass the link down through the ages, and they can watch what you got up to. Wouldn't you love to have done that to one of your ancestors 150 years ago and see what your great-great-granddad was up to during the war, and stuff like that? How fantastic would that have been? It's a curse, but it's also a blessing. You get the flipping phone zombies, don't you? Ooh, walking around with their phones in front of their faces, these millennials. If you're going to put the phone in front of your face, stop doing totally brain dead stuff. Stop chronicling your life. Make something out of it. Do something. What you think, oh, it's dull and boring, might be flipping interesting to other people. Your daily life. Oh, I got quite excited about that. So go and do it. Start a YouTube channel up. It's got to be better than mine. I'm struggling to get 4,000 flipping watch hours. So put all my videos on play, back to back. Play them all week. Get me up there. What's that there? That looks like a little female stone chat. Yeah. Do it. You know, it makes sense. Anyway, I don't think I missed anything out. Boring, isn't it? God, when I think about it, I've got up some scrapes. I'm surprised I'm still flipping here. Going through flipping Sri Lanka in a war zone. Narrowly missing a flipping suicide bomber. Finding an illegal cockfighting arena in Borneo where there's crocodiles walking around in the middle of nowhere. Anyway, that's for another vlog. Anyway, I thought I'd just give you this basic vlog on me. So when you click on this video, you get to know a bit about me. I'll turn my hand to most things. I'm quite an handy chap, and when I get the bit between my teeth, I like to go with it. Anyway, if you see me at a campsite or walking down the street, come and say hello. I love talking to people. I got noticed in Mull. I was in Mull and some bloke came over to me and went, "You JP?" I was like, "Yeah, shit. How's he found me?" I mean, I watch you on YouTube. Mate, I was made up. I come back in, I was like this. Sammy went, "What's going on?" I said, "Some blokes just recognised me." Happy flipping days. But he watched the videos and he said he really enjoyed them. My job here is done. If one person enjoys one of my videos, then I'm a happy chappy. So there you go. If you're just watching this video to see what this Muppet's all about, please subscribe and like this video. And I'll sign out by how I usually sign out. You stay safe, stay sane, don't let it drag you down. Tomorrow's going to be a better day. You take care of yourselves. Love to you all. Oh, shout outs! Shout out to my mum and dad and my family. Shout out to my neighbours, because they are absolutely flipping sterling. Lee and Tracy are stars. Gareth and Lee, love ya, help me out a lot. And everyone else that knows me, that I've taught and trained and done stuff with over the years, you've all been a blast. Sounds like my final video, doesn't it? Anyway, stay safe, stay sane, catch you on the flip side. Bye! Come on boy, let's go for a walk.